So, I mean, look, right now it looks like that everything's bad, and I'm not going to deny that every asset class is getting hurt. The one I'm most interested in is crypto, because a lot of people are in crypto, and crypto really does seem to be imploding. But it goes from 3 trillion to 1 trillion. Why should it stop at 1 trillion? There's no real value there. NFTs. I mean, you look at these companies. There's these companies that you never heard of, and they blew up over the weekend. And you just say to yourself, "Holy cow! There's $600 million just going down the drain." And we had Gary Gensler, the chairman, on a few weeks ago, and he just said, "Look, anybody who has a come-hither rate of investment, you just, in other words, the rate that you earn, you can kind of forget about it." And that's what's happening.
All right,
how many
Jim.
places can Sam Bankman-Fried save? Melissa, how many can he save?
We had 13.9 was what Katie Stockton's next Bitcoin support level, 13.9.
What an awful ass. NFTs sold to you.
I like the idea of a government that creates a great platform for everybody to participate equally. I mean, fairly and equally. Because if everybody participates, then they all have a pretty good shot at participating in this. This is going to be the biggest deal in the history of the universe. We have never seen a technology that can potentially affect this many trillion-dollar industries. Never. And this is going to be it. And you want everybody to be able to participate. So if somehow you put a law in there that says you got to be a millionaire to participate, well, that's what the law does say. That's what it says. Wait, it is what it says. First say that.
No, it says, no.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Okay, I'll let you say it.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Jim Cramer again, trying to talk down crypto. Guys, you can go back 10, 15 years ago. Jim Cramer talks about how he used the media to short stocks. We know all about the short squeeze. He doesn't want the masses to invest. He's not going to talk about the fourth industrial revolution. He's not going to talk about the robots, algorithms, and drones that take over your jobs. He's not going to do it, people. But what he is going to tell you is that it's going to zero and that it is worthless. But on this channel, I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. I've showed you time and time again the big corporations, big banks have been funding crypto from the beginning. This is not a podcast. I actually show you the companies so you can see it with your own eyes. And then we have Tim Draper and Gary Gensler, the NWO puppets, but they play the Hegelian dialectic so well. We know we have over 20,000 cryptos. We know Gary Gensler wants to keep this casino open until they almost finish building. And then we know, just like the Fed has started shrinking this liquidity and companies are falling to their knees, they know that they're controlling the supply and demand. So as soon as they start shrinking all this liquidity, these companies that they actually want are going to fall in their hands. Guys, it's the same playbook, the big tech playbook. We've seen this movie before. Remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And I'm going to be doing a Patreon video on all the distractions, all the events that we have going on, because there's so many, it's ridiculous. And I know in my Patreon, you've been asking me a lot of questions, so I'm going to try to hit on all of them. But guys, we are months away from that main event, and we know it's Shemitah year. We're going to have an event in the fourth quarter going into the first quarter of 2023 that's going to distract the masses. So therefore, the NWO can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Investors. So is Gary Gensler, as you look at him and the crypto world, is he, Darth Vader, or is he Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, I'm still struggling with this because I got to know him. We were on a panel together, and we were actually in front of a bunch of people from the Fed, and we were on a panel together before he got the job. and he was delightful and had a great sense, and he taught cryptocurrency at MIT. And I thought, hey, perfect choice.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, he took this job, and all of a sudden, he's like back in 1940s, and he's working with regulations that were created 80 years ago, and trying to apply them to whoever he can. And he's going after, some startup comes up with something in a sandbox, and all of a sudden the SEC's on them. That's not going to encourage innovation. And I think he really needs to figure out how to strike the right balance or even back off.
How do you counter him looking at you and saying, Tim, you can't guarantee a return on an asset that is speculative?
Yeah, I mean, whatever happened to caveat emptor? I sort of feel like, hey, people are smart. You don't have to protect everybody from themselves. Let them take a chance. Boy, you let them go ahead and play the lotto, and that's that's a expected value less than 1. So it's like you end up losing by playing the lotto. Why wouldn't you let people speculate on new currencies, new entrepreneurs, new innovations? I mean, if you allow that speculation, the whole economy grows, and it becomes dynamic and exciting, and we all benefit from it. And if you slap it down, you start looking like North Korea.
And from the other side of that, the young ones also bought up a lot of .com stocks in 1999. When they blew up or imploded, they were scared off the market for years until then the other bubble started, which was the housing market bubble and the mortgage bubble. So how long do you think, if you had to guess, how long does the washout in crypto for investors, how long does it lengthen? I don't know if you want to call it a bear market or a crypto winter or whatever. What just happened before people start dipping their toes and fingers back into cryptocurrency again?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the .com, the .bomb, the thing that blew up, because it was younger people that were all interested in the internet and all of that. And the older people said, oh, God, you can't put your credit card on the internet. Yeah. Somebody's going to steal your money. And they'd say things like, oh, God, I would never use email. It's got to be physical, or I only want to invest in hardware, something I can hold and feel. Those young people were right. The internet happened. It was huge. It got concentrated into some companies that really became extraordinary. Some of them went the way of pets.com or whatever, but some of them became Amazon and Google and a big part of Apple, Facebook. There's some big companies, trillion-dollar companies that came out of that internet. Well, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is going into an industry that's even bigger than what the internet was. And all these young people, they're right.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They've seen this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.